And I think we are live again. Hey guys, hi again. Um, I basically just kind of laid down on the couch and oh, it's Shannon and Juan and Ragna and Aaron. What's going on, guys? Um, yeah, um, welcome back. Welcome back to the stream. Lorenz is here too, and it's cool. Like I want to like start like keeping track of my like record of like actual people who are watching my stream. Um, but I want to keep track of people that are like legit organic, you know, like organic subscribers, not like people that, like people who are like, what's the word, like promoted by like other people like Zach and stuff like that. I want organic subscribers like y'all. So, so anyway, yeah. Tonight, I'm gonna just continue, just finishing up. Well, not finishing up, just continuing on freaking streaming and sanding and sanding and sanding. But yeah, I mean, I got my work cut out for me, but it'll be worth it in the end, I suppose. And I hope that I don't make any really big mistakes. So yeah, here's hoping that this comes out okay. Now, if you don't know what the hell I'm doing right now, I'm taking this old Gundam marker and labeling some of the parts that I might mix up, the sides and stuff. So, yeah. Anyway, oh, Tiberium, don't worry, man. I just started, dude. So, it's cool. Aaron says I need to do this more often. I suppose I could if time allows for it to be. I don't see why not. But at the same time, like while I'm working, like I'll be doing like time lapses and stuff for like some of the videos that I'm doing. So it would, just for continuity, it would not look good if I was like constantly like referring to chat and doing that as I was doing some of my time lapses and stuff like that. So I don't know. When I'm not recording videos and stuff, I suppose I could just live stream. Otherwise, I guess live streaming wouldn't be a problem. But yeah, I mean, it helps that there's actual like people that I can like engage with, and because honestly, like if I'm streaming and I'm like talking to myself, like maybe my first stream, like it sucks because it's boring. There's nobody to engage with, nobody to talk to. It's the same as just me, just doing everything by myself. Um, so yeah, I mean, it helps that I have people like you guys to kind of hang out with. So yeah, I don't know where Shannon is from, but my day is already over. It's almost midnight. So anyway, yeah, it seems like everybody's having a good conversation in chat. That's great. That's the kind of like environment that I want. I want y'all to be able to just like come into a place and just talk to each other, and y'all can all be friends in Alex's studio. So yeah, just finish up labeling these. D1 14. Six. Seven. One. Hey Brian, how's it going? Sorry I wasn't paying attention to the chat there. Oh my God, it's a new record. We got 12. Yes! It's getting me so pumped now. 4, 3, 4, and that would be number 3. All right, let's cut these babies out. Oh, send them for days, man. But what am I building? Oh, hey Taylor. This is a model comprehend RX 104 FF Penelope. So, well, Juan just typed it in chat for you. But yeah, I did an unboxing on my channel, so you can check that out if you'd like. And yeah, I mean, I document the process of going through what I do as far as kits go. And I don't know. Welcome to the channel, buddy. Hi. I'm guessing mostly y'all found out about me because of some form of stream shout out or something on Zach's part. Would that be safe to assume that? Because I'm sure like some of y'all already know me previously, just the name Alex from just my rapport with Zach and stuff like that. But I don't know if any of y'all are like organic subscribers, just from like random just random searches on YouTube and stuff like that, right? So yeah, the CuteCube Woundwort. I don't know how to say that word, but yeah, I when I was at Zach's place, like was it like last weekend? Yeah, the flash was incredible on the runners. It was on the runners itself. It was pretty bad. I mean, this runner actually has a bit of flash on the runner, but that one it's a lot of cleanup to do on that one. So that was an interesting find. Zach's review. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, same thing. Just pop a question in all caps, and I'll be able to kind of sift through them a little bit easier, a lot easier, a lot of it. I am not gonna have a fun time sifting through all these parts later. Woo! There's so many parts on this kit. Yeah. Some good conversation going on in the chat. If you are reading this, watching this pre-recorded, a lot of people are talking about the Wandwort, and the Barzan conversion kit. And yeah, I personally don't have any experience with any resin kits, and I don't plan to anytime soon, just because I know how much of a headache it is to work with. So, and I want to kind of up my scribing game first before I tackle anything like a resin kit. So, yeah, there's that. Speaking of music, Alex, top 5 Gundams or mobile suits? Top 5 Gundams or mobile suits? I'm guessing you're asking about like designs, like straight up designs, no actual kits, right? Just designs. My favorite kit is my favorite design and kit is the Jesta. That's probably my favorite design of any Gundam. So it also happens to be my favorite kit. I love the Master Grade Jesta. I've built one already, and I have another one already, which I also plan on painting up. And so, yeah, that would be first. Second, Tallgeese 3. Wing Endless Waltz Edition. And what's that, 4? And 5th place, I would say maybe the 00. I like the 00. Top 3 worst mobile suits. One word, Reconquista. There you go. Anthony Fate. No, another Fate. Holy shit, we're at 15 viewers now. Sweet. Yes, Shannon, G-Reco. That's what I'm talking about. Another Fate asks, how I feel about the MG Hazel custom. I like the design. I think it's a really cool. I think it's a really cool design, and I'm waiting for the P Bandai branch of Korea to kind of post online so that I can pre-order that. So, yeah. So, what's up, Rundus? Welcome to the stream, bro. Oh man, we went from 15 to 13. It's cool. I know. I'm probably like it's nighttime here, which means it's like it's work time for some people, and for other people, they're sleeping, and yeah. So It's cool. I mean, just to like, I guess, compensate for some of like the time differences and stuff. I'd probably have to do some streams in the morning, my time. So I guess that's cool. But Backstep says all the G Reco fans left. um, I mean, I just it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't bad in any like one particular way, but it was. I don't know. I just felt like the whole series in general was just really poorly executed. So, and just I mean, I really tried to follow the story. I like seriously tried. I mean, like just trying to like uh, what is it? Uh, how do I say it? Like I was like rewatching some of the shows and stuff like that just to like you know just to try to understand and maybe see if I missed anything that was making me confused. But just that was to no avail. So, but if you've seen some of Zach's videos, you will know what kit I hate the most. Like I hated it so much, I just like I straight up I just like handed it to Zach and I was like, "Yo, keep it. I don't want it." And that was the HG Space Jahannam. Oh my God, what a piece of crap that kit was. So, anyways. It's a freaking weird like divot in this edge of the kit here. Yeah, this standing stick is no longer any gritty, no longer have any grit to it, so it's yeah. New standing stick. This lasted me almost like a year and a half. New one. There we go. Oh, that's a 400 grit. There we go, 800. Okay. That is not pretty. So, what type of sanding sticks do you use? This is a cheap dollar store 6-sided nail buffer thingy. They have it has 6 steps, so I ripped off step 1 because it was way too abrasive. It was scratching some of the kits, but step 2 is probably equivalent to like 400 grit. Step 3 is maybe 600. Maybe step 4 is about 800, and then step 5 is like the buff. So it's like probably like 1500 grit, and then this is like maybe upwards of like 2000. It literally makes everything shine. So I use that. Cheap dollar store things. They work really great. I've been using this for a pretty long time now. What else? Tamiya sandpaper. There's a Korean company called Koons. I've never used this company stuff before, and I probably won't because the sponge is a little bit too thick. So it's too mushy. So. But I really like this the Wave sanding sticks. Wave HT263. This is an 800 grit, and I use this for pretty much everything. So I need to find some more. Maybe I can find some online, but these work really well. They're fairly like hard, so they don't push in, or they're not too like mushy when you want to really kind of get in there. So though that's the sanding stuff I use. I have like other sanding paper stuff like 3M like microfine and superfine sanding sponges for getting into like hard to reach places, but I think that's about it. And your assortment of files, and uh, this is another like cuticle maintainer thing, but this is really good for if you don't like push down hard. It's great for just nub removal and stuff like that. Just a simple nail thing. So, yep. Bum, bum. Do. 3M wet dry automotive sandpaper is good. Tiberium says, yeah. I'm a big fan of the 3M stuff because, like the abrasive that they put on a lot of their stuff, they don't come off as easily. And by that I mean like you can use one, like a square of this, 3M microfine, and it'll last you a good bit. So, just from an economical standpoint, but I mean that also goes to, tell you a lot about the quality of product that they make. A lot I think 3M is a good company. I have a 3M Air particulate mask that I use for when I paint and stuff. So, best overkill on every Gundam series. Pick one. I have no idea what that question means. So, if you would kindly elaborate, that would be greatly appreciated. I had one more of these somewhere. Here? Nope. Oh, wait, I found it. Yes, got one more. Sweet. That one's done. I still got this one I can still use, so. I think we're good. Just flash on the corners. So sand them all down. What are my film interests? I love watching movies. Like my girlfriend and I, we love freaking watching movies. Just anything. Just maybe not so much like horror films, just because like my girlfriend it makes her uncomfortable. So we don't watch too many horror flicks, but other than that, yeah, just any film in general, I'll watch. I mean, in particularly like I like uh, I like sci-fi flicks more than any other genre of movie, I would say. So Shannon asks, which Gundam movies or OVA is your favorite? I haven't seen too many, but I'd probably say Unicorn, just because, just from the simple fact that what is it? The score is so freaking amazing. So, um, so I'd say it's probably like a really big tie between Eighth MS Team and maybe Unicorn. So, um, and I'm pretty sure that's like uh, that's probably the same answer as maybe 80% of people who love Gundam. So, I haven't seen War in the Pocket actually. I need to, but I haven't seen that yet. So, yeah, um, I got a lot of catching up to do as far as like Gunpla goes, because Awakening of the Trailblazer. As much as Double O is my favorite series, I can't say I like uh, the Double O movie that much. But let's keep it civil in here, okay? Don't hate too much on something that somebody likes. But yeah, I mean, I personally just wasn't a fan of it. Just wasn't my style. It just got too weirdly Japanese. Um, so Devin Hurd asks, what do you use to remove Chrome? You can just sand it off, unless the Chrome was like, you know, depending on whatever base it was. I suppose you could just kind of rub the crap out of it with whatever thinner you could use. But um, I mean, if you have Chrome, if you Chrome something, I suppose you could sand it and then just paint right over it with primer, and you should still be okay. So why not? So I mean, yeah, I would just sand it and just paint over it with primer, just so it'll you can score it so that it will adhere to it. But yeah, I mean, I can't really say I've had too much experience with Chrome, so you know, I'm sure somebody in chat can help you out with that. Um, there was actually recently I saw a video on Facebook. And this guy in Thailand was manufacturing this. I don't remember if it was lacquer or call it. I don't know if it was lacquer or acrylic. I think it was acrylic based, possibly. But it was the simplest application of like mirror chrome that you could think of. And I was like, dude, like send me some, dude. And unfortunately, he's like, I don't have a PayPal. So I was like, well, get up on that, man. So I'm actually still waiting to hear back from him. But I definitely want to do like a cool review on that because it looks really awesome. I think it's called Rookie Paints, ROOKY Paints or something like that. He's based out of Thailand, but if you do a search for it on Facebook, I'm pretty sure you can find it. But yeah, like amazing, immaculate, like chrome finishes without urethane. So that definitely caught my attention. Electroplating. I don't think you can electroplate plastic parts. Can you? I don't know. I don't really know much about chroming, like car parts or anything like that. But I'm pretty sure electroplating only works on metal parts. I think. So yeah. Anyways. So, yeah, there's a nice little discussion about why one of the viewers has an immense dislike for Awakening of the Trailblazer, the Double O movie. Um, I mean, for me, like what kind of killed it for me was like just the strange, storyline. With just like random weird blobs and stuff like that. Um, so yeah, I mean, that's kind of what killed it for me, I suppose. Erwin asks, Alex, full length review after this build. If you mean full length review, as in like a review of the actual kit. I mean, I think I mentioned in like one of my earlier videos, I'm probably not going to be doing too many like reviews like Zach does. But I mean, if this is a kit that you guys want to kind of hear about the building process and stuff like that, I suppose I can cover that briefly. But yeah, I mean, after every single like build, I'll probably have an in-depth reveal slash you know um, explanation of what I did to it and stuff like that. Just like my other builds. So I guess, I mean, I suppose a review might be in the works. The problem is after I paint it and stuff, like I'm not gonna be wanting to like move it around too much because like the chances of me scratching up the paint is really high, especially when you're like rubbing pieces together. So I would have to like freaking coat every single part with 30 layers of top coat just to protect the paint job. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I suppose a brief, very, very brief, review could be, could be warranted, I guess. So to answer your question, I guess yes. Hoping you and Alex can make a video together in a Gunpla Expo. We did last year, Erwin. We did make one, but I mean, I was in the video, but I mean, I didn't make a video with him, so I guess. Yeah, I mean, I suppose this year we can probably hit the Korean Gunpla Expo. I suppose. I think it's gonna be, when is it? In August this year, like August 4th or 5th or something like that. It's like the first weekend in August or something like that. So, yeah, I mean, I'll probably head up to Seoul with Zach, just like last year, and I suppose that could be in the works. Thoughts on MSG: The Origin Battle at Loon? I don't know because I haven't seen it, so I can't really give any thoughts on that. So sorry. I have not seen the trailer. Tiberium wants to get the final battle version of the uniform. Rather than that, I'd rather get the 7-Eleven version. You don't need any LEDs for that. It's got the glow in the dark psycho frame. So. Yeah, the psycho frame glows in the dark, so you don't really need LEDs to light it up and stuff. Devin asks, do you think that Bandai will make a new beam saber for the new Double Zeta M Master Grade? I don't know, man. They might, but I think they'll probably kind of stick to like the original design of it. So, I mean, those are my thoughts on it. But Tiberium. The PG Phoenix is $800? No, it's not. Or maybe stateside it is, but yeah, I mean I've seen it something for something along the lines of like 500 here. Um, but man, 800. Whew. That's a really pricey kit. Extremely pricey. So yeah, I'm gonna have to sell that liver for that. Owen asks, do you think we need a 2.0 PG RX 78-2? I don't know. We haven't had any 2.0s of any uh, perfect grades, so I suppose it's a fairly old design. I mean, shoot, look at the LED design. I haven't built the PG RX 78, but I have built the PG Zaku, and seriously, like the the LED electrician work that I had to do for that kit was quite primitive. So I mean, I think I think an update is in order, I suppose. I don't see why not. I wonder what's taking Zach so long. Yeah, it's kind of like funny when I list the cheapest to pricey gunpla that you know. Petite guy and those super crazy, ridiculous, like $1,200 perfect grade RX 78s that are like super expensive, like the airplane company, ANA, limited edition ones. So, yeah. Do I find it strange that there's no proper MG00 riser Bandai water slides yet? That's true. There are none. I mean, you could steal the ones from perfect grade. Nah, that wouldn't work out too well. Yeah, it's a healthy check going on. That's good. Oh no, we're down to 10. 10 people. So sad. But it's cool. This is double my previous average of like 4, 3 a show, which consisted of Ragna, Jeremy, and D. Finney, who's not here, and a couple other people I forget. I'm sorry. But yeah, but it's cool. I'm happy y'all are here. Shannon, no, I've never heard of the MSG Katana. I don't know what that is, and I'm happy to look it up and find out, which is what I always tell my students to do because they're so lazy. MSG Katana. Nope, I don't know what it is. Shannon asks, anybody know what the best Kotobukiya weapon is? That mofo right there. That thing is huge. It's 24 centimeters long. This is the... I don't know. It's in Japanese, but it's a 01. But if you guys know me from Zach's videos and stuff like that, I like big guns. Hence the large, not compensating, long rifle. So that's my answer to your question. But Shannon apparently likes blades, so yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fan of swords. Sorry, they just don't do it for me. So I think like maybe like depending on what kit it is, it looks okay. Like if it's like the Jin Musha or the the red frame, okay, that's fine. But other than that, oh, it's Edwin. What's up, man? Edwin asks, what is the next kit you're planning to get? Probably the Hazel. I've been really trying to like cut back on adding to the ridiculousness that is my backlog. So I'm just sticking to kits that I absolutely must have. Because my girlfriend's kind of getting on my back too. I mean, she supports me, but she's like, you need to finish some of these before you get some more. So, and it's true. It's very true. I'm not pumping kits out and finish them, even snap building them or anything like that, like Zach is. So, I mean, Zach can at least say that he's not spending his own money on kits, and that he's also built, at the very least, snap them. So, yeah, I mean, that's the deal with that, but I'm probably not going to buy anything new. What mobile suit? Erwin asks, what mobile suit do you want to see in the future as a master grade? It's a very good question. I want something weird, like something really strange, like the Zaku tank. Because I mean, they have the blueprints and stuff for like to make like the Hildorf and uh, like the tanks and stuff like that. So, you know, um, I don't see why not. They could use the little grippy things from the ball, and yeah, I don't know. Zaku tank could be cool. Something different, something weird and different. That's what I'd like personally. Or maybe like a Gira Zulu. I'm a fan of that design. Can you guess why? Like the Gira Zulu Angelo Sopper use. Um, that could be a cool kit to do as an MG. Yeah, Erwin, I have the Zaku tank. I've yet to build it, but I've looked at the runners. They're probably a lot worse than this kit, but it'll be a fun little project to regret later. Ah, Yakadoga. Good design. Yeah, that would make a pretty good good MG. MG Dom Chopin would be cool. I'm still trying to find the what is it? The Glorious series. I'm still trying to find a 160 Dom. But yeah, those are they're pretty pricey and really rare. So yeah, that's a kit I'm still looking for. 160 Dom. Ooh. You hear that? But I mean, we could hear and hope and wish all day, but our cries to Bandai shall always fall upon deaf ears. Because, they got their own thing going, and I don't think they listen to their customers that much. What do I think about the MG Turn X? I haven't built it. I have it in my backlog, but yeah. I don't know. I'll let you know that answer as soon as I build it. But yeah, I think the design is really cool. That's why I got it. And I saw somebody online do a really cool custom build of it, where they kind of did like a lot of plow plating, and they basically took plow plate and just made individual small little like rectangles, and they like layered it on top of each other. Made like a cool like 3D like ceramic armor type thing on the Turn X. So yeah, that was a really cool build. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'd like to build the Turn X sometime soon. What really though, what kind of sold me were the feet. The feet look so cool on that kit. So that's what got me hooked on that kit. So that's why I bought it. Just looking at the feet. So. Build it and get a turn A. I don't have a turn A. Shannon asks, if you could create a Gundam, how would you design it? I don't know. I would not be able to design anything because I suck at drawing. So, I don't know. If there was a cool way to like visualize something and then have it appear before you in like a computer or something, that would be really cool because I can't draw. So, yeah, I really can't draw. So, I don't know. If I could design my own Gundam, it would have a ridiculously large gun. That's pretty much it. That's my only criteria. Have I ever built an EX model from Bandai or UC Hardcraft? No, I haven't. I was thinking about getting the Hildorf, but decided against it because it was like a $70, $80 kit. And basically like buying a scale model, just paying way too much for it. So I kind of decided against that. But I did have an idea to make like a diorama with one of the, I think it's the UC Hardgraph kits where it's like a 135 head or something like that. So yeah, I mean, I was looking at that kit as well, but I mean, I was close to buying the Hildorf, but it was just way too expensive. So I mean, I'm saying it's expensive here in Korea, and we have things fairly cheaper than compared to the U.S. or Europe. So I can only imagine how much it costs out where y'all are at. Yeah, it's like $80 for that tank, and I'm just it's just way too expensive. Where can you get Gunpla in Korea? Everywhere. You can get Gunpla anywhere in Korea. There are official Bandai Gunpla stores called Gundam Base here in Korea, and they have locations all over the country, including one that just opened up this year. I want to say no, not this year. This past like December, something like that. Hasn't been a year yet since they opened, but yeah, they just opened one up in my city, and before I couldn't, because I don't know, you can call me old fashioned or whatever, but I like to like hold the box in my hand and stuff and buy it, despite the fact that I could probably order it online and pay a little bit less. But yeah, for a long time I was just like hopping the train and going up to like different cities just to check out Gunpla stores and stuff. So yeah, you can find Gunpla pretty much anywhere in South Korea. There are shops everywhere. Aaron asks, is there a Gunpla series that's popular in South Korea? And I'd say it's probably the same as the U.S. I mean, when Build Fighters was out, like all the kids wanted like the main antagonist, and when Build Fighters Try came out, everybody wanted the Burning Gundam and the freaking bear guy and stuff. And it's about the same, I'd say. Shannon asks, "Where's Zach?" Well, I know why you're here. I don't know. He hold on. Let me see if he just texted me. He says he's coming soon. He's just finishing up some stuff. So Shannon's not here for me. Shannon's here to see the other white guy. Zach, he's okay. He's all right. He's not even that good. He's just... I'm just kidding y'all. If you guys have been watching Zach for a long time, like, you'd be amazed at what he could do with just freaking spray cans. You could, if you look through his videos, he's got his, what is it? Schweifstern custom thingy mabobber, and yeah, he did that all entirely with what is it? With freaking spray cans. That was pretty impressive to me. And I've known Zach for a pretty long time. Yeah, he was just like me. He was just spray canning for a long time. Before he moved into his new place and got situated with his airbrush setup and stuff. But Erwin is like, "I'm here for you, Alex." And Shannon says he's. I don't know if Shannon is a he or she, but they said that they're also here for me. So good on ya. Yeah, I feel like Zach kind of like. Oh, so Shannon's a man. Nice. No, it's just. No, I know that Shannon can be a. It's kind of a unisex name because, like, I know other Shannons that are from, like, Ireland who are male. But the Shannons I know are spelled Shannon, whereas yours is spelled with an en. So I couldn't tell. Sorry.
Hello.
What's going on, man?
Yo. Got distracted. Oh, well, not distracted, but I decided to do a little bit more work on something that I was working on than I originally intended to.
Cool.
Anyway.
Where you at on that? Where you at on the Zaku?
Just basically got the legs. I got to lay down some panel lining on, and the weapons too, but not really counting that.
Okay. Cool. You're almost done.
I was just earlier today, just like at work, just in my downtime.
Yeah.
At school, I cleaned up one of those little mini Mac K kits.
The gotcha ones?
Yeah, as well as the Mechatro kit.
Okay.
Just to get them just like paint ready, just all like sanded up and all like the edges cleaned up and everything. And so I wanted to just spray some primer on those. But then I decided to actually do a little bit more with them. I wasn't intending on doing any sort of like modification or anything like that at all, adding anything, just painting them up, that's it. But I actually ended up adding some bits to the Mac K kit.
Nice.
And doing not quite a lot, but it's going to be a very noticeable change to the Mechatro kit as well.
Nice. How many are you gonna do?
Just one of them for now. Of which? You mean how many? Which one are you talking about?
Well, I mean, just you have a whole stack of them, right?
Yeah, both of them. I don't know which one you're talking about, but yeah, both of them. I have a stack of them. Yeah.
Right. So I was just wondering how many of them you were actually doing.
At the moment, yeah, just the one. One of each.
Cool.
Yeah, like the Mechatro kits come like 2 in a box.
Okay.
So I was gonna get both of them cleaned up today, but didn't have time. Actually, it took longer than I expected.
Okay. Cool, man. Nice.
But yeah, I think you're gonna like the addition to the Mechatro kit.
Cool.
It's gonna be up your alley. The Mecha kits though is really cool. I think what also kind of helped to inspire like getting to work straight away on that was because like I was just rewatched a couple of Lincoln's videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
And also like joined his Patreon.
Right.
Because he's got some like exclusive stuff there.
Right.
I did really want to see that stuff.
It's fairly cheap. It was $5.
Yeah, it depends on what you want. I think the best one is the $10 a month one, so that's what I did.
Okay.
I think you get access to a little bit more stuff with that. So it seemed kind of the best way to go. So yeah, I'm pretty pumped to try out some of those techniques and stuff on those two kits.
Right. Well, if you wanna learn how to dress up some what is it? Mac K stuff, you might as well learn from the guy who does it in the magazines.
Right. Yeah.
Zach, run this asks, Alex, would you consider doing a collaboration Gunpla project with Zach? You want to answer that question?
A collaboration Gunpla project?
Yeah.
Does that mean like building something together, or what? What does that mean?
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know how you would logistically do a collaboration Gunpla project. Video projects, we've already done.
I mean, logistically, it'd be easier for us than probably most people since we're sort of close.
Hour away, so.
Yeah, I mean, I would consider. I don't know exactly what we could do. I don't have any ideas on hand.
Yeah.
But I'm not like against the idea of that.
So run this. He says maybe a combat scene diorama. So I'm guessing we would work together on a
like actually building something.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, no.
Probably not. It's
well,
like we would have to have like some like really majorly cool idea to like kind of get together and stuff. But I don't know, man.
Yeah, that'd be quite uncomfortable, I think.
Just logistically.
I think just like collaborating on videos or something would be better.
Yeah, I think video collabs would be easier. I mean, they were asking if we were gonna cover the Korean Gunpla Expo, which we probably will.
Probably.
So
it's pretty impressive last year, although Sungdong's event was definitely better.
I agree. Totally agree. That event was way cooler.
GBWC was cool because it's GBWC, but
as far as like stuff to look at, I'd say Sangdong's event was much cooler. But I feel like if his event had the amount of people that go to like the Gunpla Expo at the COEX, like it just wouldn't work out just because.
Oh yeah,
it'd be way too many people.
Well, it was crazy.
So I mean. Shannon asks, Alex, can you ask Zach what type of weapons on Gunpla is his favorite? We were talking about this earlier. That's why. How I like guns, and this Shannon likes his swords and stuff. So.
I don't know. I like big guns as well, like when they work with the kit. But I don't know. I mean, it just depends on what looks good with the kit.
Right.
Like with the design of the mobile suit. Right. It's like some big bulky design, and then you give it like some like it's like really simple beam rifle or pistol or something like that. Then obviously it's not going to work. So it depends on the mobile suit. I guess would be the best way to answer that.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Like I think just certain designs just work with certain types of weapons. But I don't like when they stick like a mobile suit with like a funky like spear.
Those are cool. I mean, like I really like those weapons. Like for the transient Gundam, has those two kind of lance spear things.
Yeah.
That's really
Just
cool.
not a fan of like spears. It's too. I don't know. For me, it's like it's a bit. What's the word? Primitive.
Yeah, I see your point. But no, for me, it just depends on the design. I'm not really that big of a fan of like the beam rifles. A lot of the beam rifles from Zeta. So like the Zeta's beam rifle and like the Mark II beam rifle. I'm just not really into the designs of those. I think they're just kind of ugly looking.
I agree.
The Hyper Mega Launcher of the Zeta is better, but even that is still kind of campy, just in that it's like all blue and it's not really the most like I don't know how realistic it could possibly look, but it doesn't look quite as cool as it could, I think. But
Right.
What time is it?
Like
This one.
I'm like keeping track of like my high score of like people who like how many simultaneous viewers I can have at one given time.
Uh-huh.
And my high score is 15.
That's not bad.
Right now. Somebody's leaving. But yeah, I don't know. It's like for me, it's like I like live streaming, and it's kind of cool. Like I can kind of like talk to my audience, whatever few that there are. But like I know like where most of these people are from and stuff. So it's like it's kind of cool. Like I got viewers from Iraq and the Philippines, and some people from Georgia, Florida.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah, after the live stream that I did last night, and like I just mentioned something to Hia about it, and she was like, "Oh, do you talk like to the people that are watching?" And I said, "Yeah, I tried to like answer some questions and stuff like that." And she was telling me like, "Oh, it's a kind of fan service. You have to talk to them more." I'm like, "Oh, I'm busy working on something." Like, I'm answering questions like as much as I can.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just comes with the territory of you being as big as you are now. Obviously, like if I was dealing with a live chat with like people just basically spamming chat the whole time, like it would be damn near impossible to kind of just keep track of stuff like that. Because like I mean I watch some like tech YouTubers that have like millions of followers or subscribers, and like I just don't even bother looking at the live chat because it's just
yeah.
So you can't even like pick out one comment or question. There's just people left and right just spamming the chat. So
yeah.
Yeah, so like they've had to like limit it to like people who donate, who want to like address the YouTuber. They'd have to like donate $5, and and then like their question or whatever will like show up in like a special like corner in the live chat.
I wonder how that's set up. I wonder if they run that like.
I don't know. It's on YouTube, so I don't know. I think it's probably something in like the YouTube gamer function. I think. Kind of like the tips and stuff on Twitch and stuff like that. So.
Yeah.
But
Interesting.
yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, the chat is basically just flooded with messages. Oh, but yeah, this I already had to putty up like some major holes in this kit already, dude.
Holes?
Yeah, like on one of the shoulder parts, like right here.
Oh,
I had to I had to putty up this one hole. Basically, it was like a long gash, and it's as deep as like a panel line. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I had to just fill that in with putty, dude.
That's weird.
Yeah. But mainly it's mostly just flash on the corners and stuff. But it's not too bad.
Mm. I actually ended up having 2 parts missing from my Testament kit. So Samuel is sending me replacement parts for that.
Just the parts?
Yeah, I guess so.
How is he
Or
getting just the parts though?
I don't know, honestly. And he sent it like straight away. Like as soon as I told him, he sent it like the next day.
Maybe you're not the first.
I don't know. No, because I asked him if anyone else had that, and he didn't actually answer that question. But it seemed like it wasn't like a normal thing. He seemed kind of surprised.
Well, I would assume you're more of a VIP. So
Yeah, right. So I can get in touch with
you've
him.
been a customer of his forever.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you've been ordering decals and stuff from him for like longer than I've known you, I think. So, shoot,
Basically, I think,
you order all your P Bandai stuff from him.
uh, yeah, for the past year or so. Before that, I would get it directly from Japan, from my friend in Japan.
Uh,
But I decided I didn't really want to bother him
uh,
with that anymore.
you're gonna get the Hazel from Samuel, right?
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for it to like pop up on the Korean Bandai Korea
Yeah, I imagine that'll probably be there for about 5 seconds.
before it's sold out.
Yeah.
Well, because there's like a lot of people, what they'll do is they want to keep their diamond status on their Gundam base card.
Uh-huh.
So they'll just buy the kit, like they'll buy like 5 of them
Uh,
or whatever, and then they'll just like resell it.
uh-huh.
That way they'll just get the points and stuff like that for like the purchases that they made online, and then
Yeah.
so
They can make extra money off
and
selling
then
it too.
yeah, and then you have the dicks who are scalping it for a little extra on top.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually need to email Samuel about that to
But
get rid of that.
I'm sure he's like been flooded with emails so far already.
Yeah, I think I mentioned in the chat last night. He told me that he's worried that he's not going to be able to get enough for all the people that he knows are
Probably the
or
same.
ordering that.
What was it? The Ultron kit.
Mm.
Because he ran out of those real quick too.
Mm. But I'm planning on getting that as well as the Biolarnt Isolde kit as well. I really don't like those arms, but
Yeah.
I like the other few new parts that it has, just the head and the ankle armor.
Yeah, just take off the arms and pop it in with something else.
Yeah, and that's why I mentioned in my that I also have the Biolarnt Custom 2 kit, which was the P Bandai kit from before, the one that came in like 2 different color versions.
But
And that one has different arms. So among the extra parts that it has the parts to make just the regular Biolarnt custom arms.
okay.
So I'll just have the Isolde kit have the just regular Biolarnt custom arms. I love that kit so much, so that's why I'm buying a 3rd version of it.
Yeah, I mean it is a very interesting design.
It's really unique, and the build is really nice. Like pretty much all of the HG Unicorn line. It's really nice. It's probably some of my favorite HG kits. Because another one that I would say is one of my favorites is the Silver Bullet on the same line.
Yeah, they didn't make a master grade of that, man.
I wish. Probably more likely it would be an RE, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Either that or they make like a Gundam Mark V, and then they just do like a Silver Bullet or a Dovin Wolf or something as a P Bandai exclusive.
Right. That sounds probably more likely.
One of those, I imagine, between the three of them, the standard release would probably make most sense to be the Gundam Mark V, since that doesn't have any sort of kit at all at this point.
Nope.
So they put that out as an RE kit, everyone's happy, and then they make RE versions of either the Dovin Wolf or the Silver Bullet, which already have HGs, so it's not like going to be a must-have for some people who are fans of that, because
Right.
the HGs are available.
You gonna get the Hama Hama?
Of course.
Hama Hama.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think it looks really cool. I was a fan of that design originally.
Right.
I like it, and I like it just because it's like a precursor to the Rosen Zulu.
Right.
But I think they did a really, really good job with that design.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I think it's really exciting to kind of just see like something just totally new out of the blue.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm kind of excited to see what the like RE line is going to look like.
I hope they stick with it, because yeah, the kits are really nice. But they're so slow, just doing a couple of kits a year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's weird, like because I mean they used to be pumping out like an MG like a month, you know.
Yep.
But kind of slowed down in that. I don't know. I wish there was like a way to see like statistics on like Gunpla sales like
Yeah.
over the years. Like, has it slowed down? Is that why like research and development has slowed up? Or
I don't think so. I think they've just spread out. They're putting a lot of effort, time, money, and effort into Star Wars as well. So I know that's been one of the reasons, big reason, why the Master Grade line has slowed down is because of Star Wars kits.
Right. There is that.
So I don't know. Good for Star Wars fans.
Well, yeah, I got the 1/6 Stormtrooper and the 112. I think it's 112. Yeah, 112 Captain Phasma from Yodobashi. Because like the Captain Phasma was always sold out here, so I just figured I might as well pick it up while I'm there.
Is it chrome plated?
Yeah, it's super shiny. I hope it's undergated too.
Probably. I think Bandai knows what they're doing for that. That speaking of undergating, that Testament Gundam kit was not entirely undergated, but most of it was undergated, which was quite annoying. I personally don't like, if it's not a plated kit, then I find undergating quite annoying because it's more work to remove the nubs.
Way more nubs.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Cool that it was partly undergated.
I guess so. The one thing I'm also really excited about with those small kits that I was working on today was that they're actually the same scale. The Mechatro kit and the Mini Machining Krieger kits are both 1/35 scale.
Okay.
So the Mechatro kits come with tiny little figures as well, of like a boy and a girl.
Okay.
Because they're supposed to like go along with that, and you can sort of like pose it so it's like driving the Mechatro.
Okay.
But so I'm gonna put one of the little girl figures along with the Matt K kit.
Uh-huh.
The Matt K kit comes with like a small little base, like circular base. So it can turn it into just like a sort of tiny little diorama with just the armor and the girl. Should be cool.
Yeah, so you're gonna sort of kit bash.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, dude, this head is ridiculous, man.
Spinning.
Nonsense. Look at this.
Yeah. Really.
It just rattles, man. It's ridiculous. That fit is terrible, man.
Yeah, just some tack if you have it. I mean, the best, easiest way.
I'm scared I'm gonna break some parts off just trying to take the head off the peg.
Oh yeah. So you're just working on like going through the armor?
Every single part of this, yeah. Just yeah, pretty much, because there's a lot of imperfections in the mold.
Mm.
And like I'm just like finding, the more I look, like I'm finding more and more like random holes and scratches that are panel line deep in the parts. So I just figured, screw it, I might as well just go through all of it.
And then when you get to actually priming, you'll notice like a lot more.
Yeah, not looking forward to that, but I'm probably just gonna overlook a couple things here and there and just for the sake of being done.
Mm. You are gonna paint the whole thing?
I think so, yeah. Like the whites will be white, and I mean I've got I hope this is enough. It probably should be, but I've only got one bottle of Mr. Whiteface 1000, and I got 2 bottles of Mr. Surfacer 1000 primer. So there's quite a few parts.
Yeah, depending on how white you really want it, I guess, because if you want it to be a really nice solid white on top of that gray primer, you're gonna have to do a couple coats.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that this bottle of Mr. Base White will last me. If not, I'm just gonna have to order some more. But
Yeah, just order some more.
yeah,
Sure. Even if you don't end up using it all now, you'll use it sooner or later.
eventually, yeah. But yeah, I'm noticing in my paint stack that I have a lot of grays, but not a whole lot of like normal Gundam colors, reds, blues, whites.
Mm.
I don't think I own a single lacquer white, which I should probably order sometime soon. So,
Yeah, at the moment I don't think I actually do either. I have white primer, which I could use if it was like a emergency. I really needed something to be white.
alright. But got a couple of greens, and I still got like 15 bottles of Tamiya can spray I gotta decant.
Mm.
But so far it's working out pretty good. The decanted sprays, like I'm just adding a little bit of leveler.
Mm.
So, because I know like after the propellant like evaporates and stuff, it'll get a little bit thicker. So I'm just adding like, I don't know, like 5 milliliters? No, that's way too much. Like a milliliter, something like that, of just like leveling thinner. But like most of the Tamiya sprays are like metallic, so there's a separate like metallic leveling thinner that IPP makes.
Uh-huh.
So I've been using that, and it slows down the dry time to like make it shine a little bit better, and also helps with like all the funky, whatchamacallit, like the what is it, the flex and stuff like that from like settling too much on the bottom.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Juan asks, Alex, do you think the Daban PG is okay to get? Zach has his kit. You care to answer that?
Which tab on PG?
Probably the unicorn.
Ain't got that one.
Oh, I thought you did.
You
got the red frame, right?
I have the Daban red frame. I have the Dragon Momoko PG unicorn.
Oh, okay.
And despite saying in that unboxing video that I'm not going to be building anytime soon, I get asked about that kit all the time. People asking me, "Have you built that kit yet? How's this kit? How's that kit? How did that kit turn out? Where's that kit? Are you working on that? When are you going to be done with that unicorn?"
Or like on your Facebook page message?
Everywhere, man. I wouldn't say it's daily, but it's definitely probably more than once a week.
Yeah. I think that the Facebook message thing is kind of cool. Like I recently helped one guy set up his spray booth. And he was like looking at like these like $200-300 like what can you call it? Like Mr. Hobby like compressors and stuff.
Yeah.
Turns out he had a huge ass compressor in his garage that he used to fill up his car tires and stuff. I was like, dude, just use that, man. So I basically just told him to just invest in like a good like regulator and moisture catch and stuff.
Can he get on that giant compressor? Can he get the pressure down low enough?
Yeah, and the regulators like they're rated for like 150 psi, which is more than what a car tire can take. So yeah, he was on his way. He messaged me. He was like, "Yo, thanks a lot. You saved me a crap ton of money."
Nice.
Yeah. So it was just like kind of cool to just like be able to talk to people and stuff.
Yeah.
Erwin says reason sales are down for the DMPG unicorn is because Zach hasn't built his yet.
Then Daban or then Dragon Momoko needs to send me a little something.
Sean asks, where do you usually read news about Gundam in general? I usually go and see like my Google home page whenever I open up my Chrome is set to Gundam Kids Collection. I think that's where you usually check out your stuff too, right?
Yeah, Gundam Kids Collection or Tag Hobby.
Right. So that's pretty much it.
Tag Hobby is all in Japanese, but I mean you can see what you need to see there.
Right.
And stuff usually goes there first, and then Gundam Kids Collection usually will get it off there or like some other blog or something. But Tag Hobby is usually going to be the first place. But that's if you're like actually checking it once an hour or something, that it's really going to make much of a difference.
Right. Gundam, what is it? Gundam guy, they're done, right? What happened? You know?
Yeah, just done, out of business.
Just why would they just shut down a blog?
Why wouldn't they shut down the blog?
Why would they shut down the blog?
Is the blog shut down now?
I mean, they had Infinite, right?
No,
that was their. No.
Yeah, no, the GG Infinite, the shop is done. That's why he's shutting down the blog, because the store is done. He's just getting out of the business entirely, apparently, and so a lot of people actually got screwed. Apparently, I don't know if anything else has come of that, but last I heard, people like who had P Bandai kits on pre-order are now just like shit out of luck or something. Apparently,
what?
That's last I heard. Yeah, like I said, I haven't heard any updates on that, but
what, they file like Chapter 11 or something? Damn.
Yeah, I don't know. But what I had heard at the time was that some of the people who had a lot of stuff on pre-order were looking into like filing some sort of suit.
Class action suit.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, apparently it just kind of like disappeared.
Yeah, that really sucks.
It's all good. I
Just
mean,
like,
there's
like your what is it, Mega Monster thingamajiggy?
like what? Who?
That $300 monster.
Monster?
Do you remember? That huge ass kit that you pre-ordered and
Oh yeah.
I forgot what it was called though.
Yeah, that would be the full armor Gundam Mark III.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. What was it? They had some different name for it though, right? Didn't they?
yeah, it was like something monster or something.
Yeah. That sucked because that I liked that design they had for that.
It looks super cool.
I mean, the quality probably wouldn't have been great, I can imagine. But especially with that big ass gun,
Yep.
that thing was ridiculously huge. It was like what, like 60 centimeters or something?
Yeah, it was huge. I probably would have ordered that kit too myself, but freaking they just
Lucky for you. I was on the fence and I actually decided like on the last available day for pre-order, I finally folded and I was like, all right, let's go ahead and pre-order it.
shoot.
Yep. I mean, the money is like gone, but like in my mind, like the money's already spent. Like between like getting my money back or just getting the kit, I would much prefer to just have the kit. Like,
Right.
but
Uh,
I don't know. That one too. Some people were apparently trying to like look into some sort of lawsuit or legal action. Yeah, but I don't think there was really a whole lot that people could do because it was past the limit for PayPal to be able to do anything.
Right.
And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. Like that kit was just so cool that I'd rather have the kit than get my money back.
Mm.
Because like they had like a mock-up, like a prototype.
Yeah.
Right? Like that thing looked beast. Like I don't understand why they couldn't have finished it up.
Well, that's what I think happened, and like some people think that they actually did have like cruel intent, that they intended to just steal people's money, but I honestly don't think that that's what happened. I think that they just fucked up and didn't estimate costs right and just ran out of money, and production just went over, and there was kind of no option for them.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, instead of actually owning up to it and trying to do something about it, they just kind of like disappeared.
Yeah. Pretty messed up thing to do.
Yeah. So that's why I won't do that again with some new company.
Erwin asks, guys, any idea on what happened to Robert?
Robert apparently does just blog reviews for HLJ, for like Hobby Link Japan's website still. Apparently, I've never actually looked at that though. I don't, and I've never actually.
I'm not even familiar with the guy, so yeah.
I've never seen those articles like shared on Facebook or anything. I've never actually seen anything of that. But anytime that's mentioned, some people will always say that, like, "Oh, he writes reviews for HLJ's blog or something." And I'm like,
Was he a YouTuber?
yeah, Robert 184. I'm sure you've seen his videos.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah. What I've heard, just the kind of the main reason that he got out of YouTube was just for family, just spend more time with his family. It was taking up too much personal time, I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
Understandable,
Jim
but
pretty
yeah,
much kind of did the same thing anyway, because of work and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't really ever making that many videos, though. His
Yeah.
video output has always been kind of slow, but the quality is really good. So that's
Yeah.
like the information and stuff in his videos is really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I learned a lot from his tutorials.
Hmm.
Oh, that Robert. Number 184.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just like didn't put two and two together.
It is kind of unfortunate that he hasn't ever just did a video to explain that for people. Just say like, I'm quitting making
Extra working.
videos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of whatever. But yeah.
This is quite questionable. I don't know if this is Flash or not.
Oh man, I had that so much with the wound work kit.
Like it's like on a funky corner, and I don't know if it's Flash. Like I should cut it off, or if I should just leave it. This is ridiculous.
Yep. It was the same thing with the wound work. Because you saw it, there was so much that
Yeah, that runner was ridiculous.
what do I want to say? Flash, I guess, but even on like the other parts, but anyway.
Erwin says, to be honest, you are basically the successor to Robert. Before he was the benchmark, and now it's you.
You or me?
You, not me. I'm not. I'm nobody.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, not like intentionally, it just worked out that way. It also, like, right at the same time, it was like Henry was off YouTube at that time as well. Like,
Yeah, I think you just kind of like picked it up where just everybody kind of dropped off the baton, and you just kind of picked it up and ran.
I mean, Henry wasn't ever like doing like only reviews,
Right.
or like even mostly reviews. His channel has mostly just kind of always been just working on his own stuff and just reviewing whatever kits he's building.
Right. Only other person was probably Type V3 and Prime 92 and Mechagai Katsu.
Yeah.
Maybe Jabi the Hong when he's not singing and doing Transformers.
Now, yeah, but not then.
That guy's got some pipes though, man.
Yeah.
You ever hear him sing? Holy shit.
I think I briefly did watch
That
one of his
dude can
singing
sing.
videos. Yeah.
Malambo asks, how was the Woundworth?
The wound war?
The Woundwort or Woundwort, the one the word.
Not good. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it for beginners. Yeah. Because it's going to take a lot of work to really get it looking good. If your experience is just like you've just snapped up a couple of kits and that's it, you're going to be really disappointed with the kit.
Yeah. How much was that kit? Was it expensive?
No, I think it was like $35, maybe something like that.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like 40 something. I would have been like, wow, it kind of sucks.
Yeah. And it's like a big box, and it's a relatively good sized kit. And like the part separation is pretty good, and like all the colors and everything. But like I feel like it kind of has to be, 'cause that's its design.
Like, I
So
was surprised at the price of this kit because I only paid what 40 for this kit. And that's a lot of kit, man.
mm, it's one thing I had heard like from other people talking about the wound wart was that yeah, the fit quality is kind of shit, but the color separation is really good. But I didn't really feel like, I mean, I felt like that was kind of like a given. If it was a kit like that and it had really bad part separation, then that'd just be like really embarrassing.
Right.
So I didn't really think of that as like
A
a
redeeming
really
factor.
big, or just a, not like a big selling point for the kit. That's just like a standard
Right.
of what I would expect for a kit like that. So, but it's not terrible. You just have to know what you're getting yourself into.
Right.
It's kind of to be said for pretty much all third-party kits.
Yeah, get what you pay for, man.
Yeah.
Especially in this kit, man. Fucking sanding. I'm like almost about to get burnt out on just sanding, man.
Yeah, sanding.
Sanding like 3 days straight, and I'm still not even almost done.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions or something, pop them down in chat. Zwan Anbui, he says Alex is my go-to for tutorials now. Thanks, but I don't teach you that much. Zach's got series on panel lining and building for beginners, and I'm just
Those are all too dated now, though.
I can always do a little refresh. They're not that old. I did them like a year or two ago.
2 years, yeah. I am planning on doing redux of those series, so
Okay.
soonish. It's really bogged down with a few projects that really need to get done.
Somebody in chat asked me like, Alex, do you take commissions? And I was like, I don't think you want one from me. But I mean, for me, it was flattering that somebody would even ask.
Yeah. Why not, man?
Oh my god, that's so funny! I dropped my piece down and I squashed a fly with it.
What?
like a fruit fly. That's funny. That's what you get. And yeah, there's a little bit of hate for the P Bandai in here.
Always.
Let's keep it civil, guys. But then I suppose, like, I mean, it's a little different for us because it's a little bit easier to access from here. So I mean, I can understand why some people are a little bit sore.
Yeah. But
Did you order any P Bandai stuff when you were back home?
no.
None, right?
I was a student at that time. I wasn't buying kits at all.
Right. Yeah, like same here. Like it's just like kits were just too expensive, and there were no shops like Gundam Planet. Like shoot, Gundam Planet is in the freaking town where my parents live now. That shit wasn't there when I was there. Freaking timing, man.
Yeah. Just one more calf piece.
Zach, have you ever given thought to publishing a tutorial?
Oh shit! Totally forgot that I have beer here.
Nice. Get you una cerveza.
Warm beer. Publishing a tutorial is in like PDF form or something?
Or a book or something, I suppose.
No, I wouldn't really have ever given that much thought because I'm not like that knowledgeable.
Right.
I just play a knowledgeable guy on YouTube.
See, guys, we're all just regular dudes. Just happen to stick a camera in front of our faces.
Yeah.
Just regular dudes.
It's always that's something that like often pops into my head whenever I see like pictures of like some contest or something. Not even like GBWC, but just some like smaller contests or get-togethers where people like will bring their kits together. Like I mean, like to like the same place and show their kits, and just seeing these just kits from people who more than likely I've never heard of, like as a modeler. But there's a lot of good work there. I mean, there's just a lot of good work everywhere.
Right.
And yeah, just because on YouTube we may be very visible,
Yeah.
we're by no means like masters of the craft.
Right.
Anything.
Just yeah, I mean, like even on the Korean Facebook groups and stuff like that, like shoot, there's one guy, phenomenal modeler, and I'm not talking about that guy who goes OD on the freaking decals, but yeah, I mean he's got a kid and he runs a freaking Aritown, the cosmetic store.
Yeah.
But like, just like when he's like when he's got a break or when it's just kind of like slow and stuff, he'll just like start snapping and modifying a kit and stuff, and then he'll paint it and stuff, and like the shit looks good. And so like, yeah, you see like people who are just like mad talented and they just don't get a lot of exposure. That's all it is.
Don't get it or don't want it.
Yeah, probably both. But I mean, they post their stuff on the Facebook group, and they're just regular old humble dudes, just sharing their stuff just like anybody else.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, again, like I've mentioned in a lot of like previous streams and stuff, it's just like I think being just like a little bit more exposed than other people, like on the internet, like leads people to just kind of inadvertently like put you up on this pedestal that you don't want to be on.
Yeah.
So I mean, and we've talked about this before, like like people calling us like master or senpai or something like that. It's just weird.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like I mentioned, I'm sure whenever we talked about that before, I think a lot of it is a cultural thing.
Yeah.
In some countries, like in the Philippines, like it's just kind of a thing to call people boss.
Right.
And I think it's just like similar to that.
I didn't know that.
Just calling someone master. It's not like it's not as heavy in meaning as we may
Like in Japan.
describe that.
Okay.
I mean, at least to them.
I guess it's kind of like in the U.S., like being like, "Yo, what's up, big man?" Or "What's up, boss?"
Yeah.
Well, that I can understand. But senpai, no thanks.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
No, no, no.
I was thinking about doing like a frequently asked questions video, but just like about just make it about like words that I never want to hear in the community again.
Oh, snap fit.
No, I mean that doesn't really bother me
No.
because I don't really see that as a negative connotation, as it is used negatively by some people, but
Yeah.
uh,
I'm only like referring to that short period of time where that was such a big topic when what is it, Build Fighters was on.
yeah, that was silly.
That was interesting.
But I think that would be on that list would be senpai would be there. I could go with never hearing senpai again. I mean, I'm not even talking about like words directed to me. I just mean like in general, people using them. Senpai, otaku. I really hate when people use that. Not to say like anyone who uses that word is now on my shit list and I hate you.
Right.
But I just really believe that it's not something you want to prescribe to yourself.
Right.
And it's just misunderstood in that way. Or maybe I just care too much and it really doesn't matter that much, but those two, well, waifu, I could live without hearing that anymore.
I actually don't know what that means. I hear it a lot, but I don't know what it means.
I think it just means, as far as I know, it's just like a girl, anime girl that just you like. You say, "Oh, that's my waifu," or like as in like your favorite female character or something like that. I'm sure people in the chat can maybe help clear that up as well.
Right. Oh, like wife?
Yeah, it's wife
It's a play on words?
in Japanese pronunciation.
Waipu.
Yeah.
It's the same as Korean then.
Yeah.
I see.
So I think there was another one too that I was thinking of, but oh, noob or newbie. Really, I'll stop using hate because it's not hate, but I really dislike when people use that word because I'll get messages from someone asking like, "Hey, newbie question here," or like, "Hey, I'm a newbie. Can you help me with this?" It's like you don't need to call yourself that as like a precursor to your question.
Right.
Just ask the question. I'll be able to tell.
But I think a lot of it also spreads into gamer culture too.
I guess so. But even if I was a gamer, I would think I would probably be annoyed of hearing that.
Right.
So
Yeah, some guys in chat are all like, they appreciate the effort that goes into creating video because it's not easy to do.
yeah,
That's cool. I think it's like kind of cool. Like people recognize that it's really difficult to make videos.
yeah, I wouldn't.
Because like the time that Zach and I spend editing film is like easily double what it takes to actually record and film.
Yeah, it depends on the video, but I'll say for whatever time the video is on YouTube, it took me 2 to 3 times that time to edit it. So it was a 10-minute video. It took me 20 or 30 minutes to edit that.
Right.
But yeah, it can definitely range. It can be more depending on the type of video.
Yeah, and the kind of editing that you're doing. Because like what is it? I think the GM Sniper series that I did, like easily at least like 3-4 hours of editing per video. That was because, but I mean, part of it is also probably because I was still like figuring out Premiere. But like easily 3 hours.
I gotta see tomorrow. I'm trying to figure out if I can get the teacher discount for Adobe Creative Cloud. Being a teacher.
Oh, right.
Because now
how
that
do they do that?
How do they what?
Like, how do they check that you're a teacher and stuff?
Well, I just, as far as Kia and I could tell looking at it today at the website, I just need like a school email, like a registered school email, like some email that's like something edu.
Right. Well,
or something of the sort.
I don't think Korea has that.
Huh? Well, apparently we do have something like that at my school. I had to send a message to one of my co-teachers. And apparently we have something like that, so we're going to check it out tomorrow.
Oh, that's cool.
I'd like to start paying for that.
Yeah, and then everything will kind of work seamlessly together.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine when I was running before. I was using CS6 before. Just being able to stay up to date with like updates, and then just also be able to use like all of the other programs. I was just using only Premiere and Photoshop.
Yeah. Do you use After Effects?
I have used it in uni, but I haven't used it since then. So that's one thing I would like to try to actually study again. What?
Yeah. So you used Premiere in school?
No, Final Cut. I mean, I did use Premiere. Like I learned how to use it, but I didn't use it as my primary editing tool.
Final Cut 7, man. If I had a decent Mac, I'd go back to Final Cut Pro 7.
It's so weak in comparison now.
Huh?
It's very comfortable, and I guess if you're not doing like anything too crazy,
it's just like it just worked. Besides, only drawback is the frequent crashing and the non-automatic saves.
Yeah, I really enjoyed using it, but I wouldn't go back to it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Final Cut 10 or X is just like super simple to use, almost too simple.
Yeah, it's like iMovie basically.
Yeah, it's basically iMovie on a little bit of steroids, but
yeah, you can do really cool stuff with it. Like you can do pretty much, I mean, anything else you can do with other programs, but
I mean, I've seen people do really good stuff with just iMovie.
Yeah.
But I mean, you would have to know the ins and outs of every single little effect and add-on and stuff like that to do that. But I don't know. It's just, yeah, I want to go back to Mac. I want to go back to using a Mac.
What are you using now?
For editing?
Yeah.
My computer. The most powerful system that I have so far, so. Anyway.
I know Casey Neistat, last I knew, he does all his video editing. Last I knew, Casey Neistat does all his video editing on iMovie.
On iMovie?
Yep.
Damn. I didn't know that.
When you think about it, I mean, like, the tools he's using for editing is really simple. So I mean, it makes sense. It's just that, yeah, it's just that he's just really good at composing edits.
Right. I'm pretty sure he doesn't do like his professional stuff on iMovie.
As far as I know, yeah.
Really? Like commercials and stuff? Damn.
I don't think he's really that involved when he does commercials. I don't think he's that involved with the editing. I think he's more into just the directing and producing.
Possibly.
Just the front end and the production, more so. So.
I like how he's associated with certain things now, like Beam, and well, obviously because it's his baby, but like Boosted Board.
But Beam's done now.
Huh?
Beam's offline now.
Yeah, Beam is gone. Now he's chilling out with CNN.
I guess so. I actually haven't kept up with his videos. I haven't watched him for a while.
Yeah, he's I think CNN bought Beam and then they took it down, and he's working for CNN now.
Not really.
Yeah, but I mean, he's able to like keep his team and like hire new people and stuff for just other content creation and stuff, and like app development as well. So that's the last I've seen of it. Like he stopped vlogging for a little bit and then he came back. So, yeah.
I mean, he's working for the Clinton News Network.
Man, your second cousin was like super pissed.
I think that's just kind of a normal state.
Yeah. Hi, Owen. Yeah, some of these guys have been like on the stream with me since like 8:30. So yeah, like Tiberium has been here like all day. Don't you have to like go to sleep, dude, or something? But
maybe he's just hanging out, sanding as well. Woo! I think that is it. For now, anyway. I'll have to do some more on the weapons and stuff later, but...
What are you working on now?
Hey?
I
just did all the panel lining on just the mobile suit itself. Just laying it all down, and then tomorrow I'll worry about cleaning it all up.
Yeah. Have you had any problem with like the paint coming off while you're cleaning it up? I did.
Very rarely. Not recently. Not for a while. Using Tamiya accent color?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really use that much, especially on like kits that I'm putting a lot more time and effort into, or something like this. I wouldn't use that. Just because I prefer to just mix my own color.
Right.
The color that I'm using for this is almost black. I mean, it looks like black on the kit, but it's not actually black. Right. So it's like very subtly different, but
brown, black, and there's another color, right?
I think there's 2 different shades of brown, black and gray.
Gray, right? Okay.
It's like brown, and then like,
I have ammo, so I suppose I should probably maybe get to just mix my own, I suppose. Because I think the problem is like, especially if you have like a darker kit, you're not gonna freaking panel line it with white. It just wouldn't work.
Well, some people do. I think it looks pretty bad, but
it just doesn't work. It doesn't look good. So that's how. So the only other choice is like to use like a gray or something like that. But I think I was kind of thinking of doing like a funky, like fluorescent red almost.
Should have some
contrast with the dark
fluorescent.
color.
A main man there in Tokyo, Ricardo's hooking me up with some of those. What are they? Fluorescent enamels
Oh yeah.
that just recently came out from. Who made those?
I want to try those new. What is it? Mr. Hobby top coats for airbrush.
I don't know if I've seen that. I use Mr. Hobby for my top coat.
That comes in a lacquer?
It's just flat clear. So it's just regular clear paint.
Oh. Does it come in the lacquer for the airbrush?
Yeah, it's just flat clear. That's it. It's not like it's just labeled. It's just like a normal paint. It's not labeled like as a top coat or anything like that. It's just a clear paint that is matte finish.
Yeah. Well, Jim was talking to me about how like excited he was for that. Getting released.
It may have a little bit different finish than just the regular clear paint, and may have more protective quality because like the clear paint doesn't have any protective quality at all.
Oh yeah, it's got like UV cut and stuff.
Yeah. So that's probably why Jim is excited about that. Yeah. Hang on here. I'll take that out.
Silver panel lining on a dark mobile suit. Oh.
I've actually been asked this a couple of times, and usually what I tell people is, if you want to show the edges of panels, just do some dry brushing or something instead of panel lining, or just like panel lining in black, just so it's there, but it's probably not going to be noticeable or visible at all. But then just do a little bit of dry brushing or chipping or something to highlight the edges.
Right. Chipping.
I just wanted to show you this here.
Ooh, it's almost 2.
Yeah. So here's the Mechatro girl.
Nice.
Let's see if that has a
Perfect scale, man.
Anyway, huh?
Perfect scale.
Yeah. Hang on. Here is the Met K kit. Without its arms, but you can get an idea of how tall they're going to be next to each other.
Yeah, the scale looks great.
Yeah. So they come with, I don't know if you saw the video, but the Met K kits come with this just small little base that you can stand them on, just this circle.
Oh, cool.
So I'm just going to stand them next to each other. Just the girl just putting the robot on there.
Yeah, that'll definitely work out. What are you gonna paint it?
What?
What are you gonna paint it?
I didn't actually quite decide that yet. A couple different ideas. We'll see. Watching Lincoln's tutorials are actually really good. So it's helping to get some kind of ideas and things like that. So I added, it's really tiny, so it's going to be really hard to see. On the back of the feet, can you see those two little hoses on the back of each foot?
Yeah.
Added those. That's just 0.7 millimeter wire that I had to bend.
I thought those were like electrical wire or something. Kind of like the Verka ball.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, no, it's a hard wire.
Oh, nice.
Metal. So I just had to bend and stick those, like drill holes and everything. Like in the side here, you can see the hole where the arm plugs in is there.
Yeah.
But just below that, let's see here, just where that square rectangle vent is, it was just like an empty rectangle space, actually. So I actually added that rectangle vent piece in there. It's just like an option part.
Oh, nice.
Just into that empty space in there. And then the other thing I added was just that hook there on the top,
Right.
above the little backpack bit.
Handle. Yeah, that's nice. Nice little touches.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So work on that later.
Oh, I'm so tired of sanding.
That circular base that it comes with has a really nice, just kind of rough texture to it.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna paint that up, just like a road, like a street. So just like black and gray, and like with like a yellow line like going through it. So it just looks like they're actually standing on the street.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna go through probably about
asphalt going. Mini diorama, man.
Yeah. Cool. Could do, I mean, so much more even, but it'll be a just cool little simple thing. Oh.
Have you seen Sungdong's painted what is it? Dragon Ball stuff?
Yeah. They're nice.
Yeah, they look real good.
Damn, a June bug came in here.
June bug.
I need to get to sleep. Shit. Something just fell off that.
That's why I got one of those tennis rackets. Zap them. They're so fun.
What just fell off that? Oh. Rifle. Yes. I gotta go fishing under my desk for this piece that fell off the museum. Oh, damn.
Is Team Fox GG asks, is Gundam well known in Korea? Yes,
Yeah.
it's very well known in Korea.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of people who build Gunpla and watch the like original TV show like the 70s and stuff. So Gunpla, if anything, might even be bigger than the US, I'd say, if you look at it like percentage wise, as far as people who know it and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I'd say it's fairly popular here. Hence why there's probably a lot more Gunpla stores here in Korea than there are in the US.
Yeah.
Because I mean, just Gundam bases alone, they're having like a super crazy ass sale at the new Gundam base that's open up in Suwon.
What?
Suwon, yeah, like up near Seoul.
Yeah.
And like it's like 20% off everything, and they're still selling those what is it, limited production perfect grades. Like the cast valves and the chrome mirror plated ones and stuff. I'm surprised you didn't jump in on any of those perfect grades.
Yeah, that you sent me that picture of before?
Right.
Nah, just
They were just really expensive. That's why I didn't buy one. They were like $270, $250. I was just like, nah. What is this? I think this part goes to the weapon. Whoa, what the hell is that? Can you guys see that? It's like a shit brown right in there. Right inside here. It's like a shit brown. I don't know. It looks like burnt plastic or something, but it's straight up brown. Brown black.
Where is this piece?
Is Gundam in Japan like Star Trek in the US, pop culture wise?
It's much bigger than that.
Gundam in Japan is probably a lot bigger than Star Trek was.
Yeah.
As like big and popular as Star Trek was, I don't think it would ever be on a scale in which Gunpla was. Because I don't think you see like people like
Goddamn.
on a global scale kind of following Star Trek like they do Gunpla, I'd say. So,
Yeah. Oh, that was really annoying.
what?
The
Bug?
not a bug, but when I reached over the Converge Neo Xiong there,
Uh-huh.
when I was reaching over, I knocked the shield off its backpack, and I heard it drop down. So I was like looking down all under there, like around the floor, and digging under my desk, and couldn't find it. And then it actually dropped just right into a box just right on the other side. They're very obvious and didn't go far at all.
Underneath everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably say Gundam is to Star Wars, I suppose.
I guess so.
Gundam is to Japan as Star Wars is to the world, I would say.
Everyone knows Char in Japan.
Yeah.
Probably like anyone would know like the names of Char and Amuro.
Right.
I don't know. I mean,
Ooh, we're at 14. 14 or organic. You didn't post on your page or anything about this, right?
guess I probably should have.
Huh?
I didn't. Guess I probably should have though.
No, it's cool. So that means I got 14 organic viewers, man.
My viewers aren't organic.
Y'all are the special people who have the privilege of watching me and Zach hang out.
Ending.
Organic viewers, man. Yes.
Standing is just fascinating to watch, that's for sure.
Yeah. Just two dudes hanging out. No homo.
Just two guys and we're having a good time. Remember that one?
The song, isn't it?
Hmm.
What song is it?
Lonely Island.
I don't think I've heard that one. I might have. Like, it sounds familiar.
I think it's like from before it was an SNL thing.
Mm.
Or it wasn't like that particular song. I think wasn't on SNL or something. I don't know actually, but it would be lesser known, much lesser known than like I'm on a boat or Jizz in my pants or something. They're more popular tunes.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't been listening to much music these days. Like, I straight up deleted all the music on my iPhone to make space for like videos that I'm recording and stuff.
Mm.
Because I was saying organic viewers, and then Tiberium goes, "Yeah, I can confirm we are people."
Yes, as opposed to cybernetic organisms.
Yeah. Everybody else is a human except Tiberium. He's a Zaku. Judging by your profile picture.
Did you see that? You know that Korean modeler Kuno something that does a lot of models like kit bashing Gundam kits with Akasil Red Rhea kits.
No, I don't. Does he have an Instagram or something?
Yeah, I know he's on Instagram as well.
I don't know. I want to check him out though. Sounds interesting. What about him?
I saw he posted that. He put a bunch of his kits up for sale on Etsy.
Oh, okay.
They're like around like $200-300 each, but they're really super cool.
Not price, not too bad either. What are they like? MGs?
Uh, they're mostly would be like HG,
Oh,
but they're like kit bash.
right. You might have better luck selling them in Japan.
On like Yahoo auctions or something.
Yeah, something like that. Because I mean, at least the Japanese market can definitely appreciate good work when they see it. Because they look at kits a whole different way than the average Korean would.
Hang on.
Yeah. Living tissue under a metal endoskeleton. Over a metal endoskeleton. So you're basically the Terminator. Tiberium, I will pay you 10 cookies an hour to send this for me. How's that sound? I mean, you're a robot anyway, right? What have we got to lose? Not cheap cookies. I'll make them Pepperidge Farm Milanos. How about that? Oh my god, look at all this swirling. This is ridiculous, ridiculous, ridiculous. There's so much sending to do. I'm so tired of sending. We may be able to arrange something. You have yourself a deal. Oh, yeah. Seems to me Zach has run away. Probably to take care of a crying baby, I would assume. Anybody else in here? There's 13 people watching, but not a whole lot of people talking. I think it's just you and me, Tiberium. Everybody else just kind of up and bounced. So, it is what it is. Yeah, it's 13 people up in here. Oh, there's somebody. Another fate is back. What's going on, man? Yeah, Tiberium, it's like, what, 1 p.m. there? What are you are you a student? You don't have to go to work or anything today? I'm just concerned. Backstep says I've got y'all in the background while I work.
You go ahead working in the background. I gotta be off.
What's up?
I gotta go to bed.
Okay. I'll catch you later, man. Thanks for joining. Cameo by Zaku Aurelius himself.
Shoot.
One of the guys in chat were like, if we got Henry and Josh in here, we'd have the Mount Rushmore of Gunpla.
Oh. This, and this. Trying to figure out what I'm gonna.
Everybody's watching us from work. We are contributing to their ineffectiveness.
Yes, that doesn't sound like a very good idea.
Yeah, we're bad influences. Maybe we should all bounce. We're bad people.
Can't.
But it's okay.
Working on this. Intro kit.
But if y'all get like a bad review on your like quarterly report or something, then I'm not taking no responsibility for that. Not my fault. Yo, when's your vacation? Are you off yet? You're still at school.
Yeah, we're still at school until.
When you have a vacation?
I think it starts like July 26th.
Until when?
7th, around there. 26th, I think, and then yours is, I think, from the 27th, the day after me.
Yeah, I got off from the 27th to the 6th.
Yeah.
Like 11 days.
Yeah.
But summer don't have that often. I don't have the money to go travel anywhere, so I'm probably just going to be chilling out here or up north with summer.
Mm-hmm. It's a good chance to just work on stuff.
Yeah. I'll probably just snap up a bunch of stuff. And if I don't know, if I just stay at Summer's apartment up there, then I'll probably just like during the day go into Seoul and maybe hang out with some of them or something for a couple of days and then hop back in the afternoon. That could kind of work. Or maybe I'll reshoot the cluster F that is my Gunpla shopping and soul videos. Freaking the fisheye. Made all my footage just unbearable. Eye strain, man.
Yes. Eye drain.
What's that?
This part is just not quite deep enough. What are you spitting on there?
No, I'm just blowing out the sand dust in the cracks and stuff. Blowing air, not spitting.
There we go. Do it. Okay. That.
Oh, these are lazy panel lines, man. Come on. They might as well just not be freaking panel lines at all. The details are all like washed out. They're not like clean cut lines. They're kind of like, how do you say? They kind of like bleed into each other. This is lazy.
That's a bar.
Team Fox GG asks, have you ever... Simon's in here.
Get him out of here.
Simon says hello. Have we ever been to the Gundam Cafe? I was too intimidated by the line, so I didn't bother. What's going on, Simon?
What's going on, Shaman?
Simon. You can pop on for a little bit if you want. I'm not going to be on for too much longer, but you're always welcome. Let me find Simon. I don't know. I think Simon might be at work. Possibly. Dinner time soon. Sorry. You're 8 hours behind, so that would make it... Ooh, a mosquito. Gotcha. Oh. You know, they're probably going to do something for the Tokyo Olympics, so they're talking about like the 1-to-1, like the unicorn and stuff like that. Yeah, I was in Tokyo in February, the week before they took down the R-78. So, yeah, like Gundam from Tokyo was already like half empty. Like, you know, like they have like a room filled with like every single Gunpla ever made, but even that room was already like being like kind of taken apart and stuff. So yeah, I guess you're just gonna have to eagerly await the new Gundam base that is to come.
Did you see the announcements showing what kits they're going to be selling as like Gundam base exclusive kits when that opens up?
What kits?
It's garbage. It's just like metallic. metallic gloss injected versions and clear color versions.
Ugh, they're so bad though. They got all the nasty swirls in them and stuff.
It's like a clear color version of I think it's like the some SD kit. I forget which one. One of those like SD Legend BB kits or something.
Yeah.
And then I think it's like a clear color version of the Freedom 2.0 Master Grade.
Okay.
There's some like I think metallic gloss injected version of the Barbatos or something. Stuff like that.
Oh.
At least on the plus side, there'll be no temptation at all to buy any of that stuff. Maybe I'm gonna get going. I need to go to sleep. Trying to wake up early.
I'll catch you later. I'm probably gonna get off soon too, but thanks for joining.
I'm gonna work my way through like 1.5 million Q-tips tomorrow, cleaning up all the panel lining.
All right. Good luck with that. Oh, dude, Emart has pointed Q-tips, dude. Emart. They got pointed ones. I've been looking for these forever.
Yes. I still have a few left, but it's good to know.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Emart's got the stuff. All right, man. I'll catch you later.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Anyways, I think I'm gonna call it a night as well because it's like 2:30, and yeah, I'm getting quite tired as well. So anyway, yeah, I've been streaming for what, almost 2.5 hours now, plus that 2 hours before. So anyway, let me show you where I'm up to. That's my stack of processed parts that I've already sanded. It doesn't look like much, but it actually is a lot. So that's what I got done so far. And still got a little bit more to go. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 runners left. Still 10 runners left. Oh my god. Anyways, yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night. So thank you guys all. How many is that? 13 of you guys here. Yeah, thanks a lot for hanging out and watching me and my shenanigans. So Tiberium says, well, I should have those sanded for you by the time you wake up. Sweet. Anyway, yeah, y'all have a good day or night or morning, and I'll catch y'all later. Yeah, I'll probably be doing some streams more often now that I'm like in the middle of a project. I haven't done any streams in the past like 2 or 3 weeks because I was kind of in between projects and stuff. But yeah, yeah, just stay tuned, and we'll see more of this guy and possibly Simon or Zach or anybody else who wants to join on in my hangouts. So yeah, I'll catch you guys later. So bye.